All right, want to
Three,
count it down?
3, 2, 1. G Corporation. You see the helmet.
Ooh, is that like Gundam Jack's head or something?
俺たちはこの世に存在するべきではない。
Oh, that's Jin.
愚かだな風間陣
Dude, the detail on their faces looks like amazing, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fight.
This is nuts.
And it just says fight, and they start fighting. This is the actual game. Obviously,
So
there's...
good, man. This looks wicked.
Look at the muscle bulge,
Dude, the muscle bulge.
His classic kick.
Oh my god, this is nuts.
Look at the background. Trees are on fire.
Dude,
Tornado.
that's crazy. There's like a storm, a tornado, and a fire, and rain.
Right? Your classic bread and butter combo now.
I've done it in Smash. I don't know if I've done it in actual Tekken. Oh man, this is nuts. Dude, the level of detail, this is crazy.
New combo. And people say this is the critical art stuff, the rage arts. Jin has control of the devil Jin.
Ooh,
Chain! Tekken
Devil Jin.
the Ocho! Taking it to the Ocho! I'm gonna replay it again. This time let's talk over this bad boy. First of all, PlayStation pops up. And right at the bottom, in the first frame where you see the G pause there, where you see the G helmet shoulder pad, it says captured on PS5 real-time footage from in development final game. This is not a CG trailer. This is
like full-on gameplay cinematics and stuff. Yeah,
obviously
like
the camera angles. Now we can continue. Obviously the camera angles and the gameplay is going to be a little different. But if you played like the mission mode in Tekken 7, it's kind of similar, where the camera gets dynamic. But this is on a whole different level, man.
This is crazy. Yeah.
And
It's
I like the
nuts.
fact that they go fight. It's like
Yeah, and then it's just immediately like that's what you want in a trailer. I feel like this trailer is like amazing because it's like it just gets straight into it.
right.
You have both cinematic and gameplay elements.
How do you feel? Do you feel like any changes in the design? I see Jin looks a little different. The pants
Like in terms
obviously are
of-
different.
In terms of like how his face looks and stuff.
His face is much more smoother.
Yeah, I feel like even Kazuya looks a bit different as well. Like he's just because his features, I guess, because the features of all the characters would be like clearer in a way. So inherently they're gonna look a bit different.
Right.
But yeah, it does look. They still look like themselves, obviously. Like there's no major change. It's not like Ken in Street Fighter 6 was
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
completely different. Right?
Rumored to be a homeless guy. This is a cool part because it looks like Jin has control of the Devil Gene, and now he's on the same arc. I heard another YouTuber talk about Jin has set the control of the evil side of him, like Ryu does, and Ryu in Street Fighter 6 does combos that evil Ryu does, but now it's just in Ryu, and he has control. I'm gonna reset it again. I can't believe this game is in game. Like this is in game. The amount of rain that's happening. There's 2 tornadoes in the background. You see a tanker come in and burst. There's fire in the background. You see like streams of water going through down on their faces, the whole body. And I just love the muscle system. Look at that get pumped in.
It's nuts, man. I feel like this is how you do a trailer properly. Yeah, this is crazy.
Because it's like gameplay and at the same time amazing like close angle cinematics. The ground gets like wrecked.
Yeah, I'm so excited because I was a big fan of all the Tekkens really. I played like a little bit of one, a fair bit of two, a lot of three,
A lot of
four,
three.
a lot of four, and a lot of five because I had those all the time. And then because I didn't get a PS3, I missed out on 6 and 7 recently. So.
6
Yeah.
is the only Tekken that I have that I got a platinum trophy in. Like I played the crap out of 6. Online and offline. It was unstoppable in 6.
Platinum
7,
trophy is where you get like all the achievements, right?
all these achievements. And it's just one of the best games I had on PS3.
Mhm.
And I think it came at an era for 6 where there was no DLC. There was no DLC for any of these games.
Mm.
7 unfortunately has a lot of DLC, and I think for fighting games, that's the route to go.
Yes, I feel like they're just gonna be like, hey, pay this money to unlock this fighter, which is fine. Like it's new content, right? It's just, they
Right.
do the same thing with Smash Bros. But
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the longevity of the fighting game, right? Imagine if
Mhm.
Smash Brothers had all of the characters in there. People would just sit there after a year and be like, well, I'm done. People are idiots. We need like drip-fed content to keep us entertained.
Cue Mario Kart, yeah.
Right?
even in the Nintendo Direct, as a side, Mario Kart only teased 2 courses
yeah.
of the upcoming 8.
There you go, you salivating monsters. There's 2. We'll give you the rest later. Going back to Tekken, I think a lot of people that like Tekken played a lot of Tekken 3.
Yeah,
this-
Tekken 3 was by far, I think, the most popular one.
Right.
Like, it had the most sales and everything. And
Apparently.
Tekken 4 didn't quite match up to Tekken 3, obviously, but
5 did extremely well.
5 was great. I loved 5. I think
Now-
5 is much better than 4. But 4 is
7.
I still enjoyed 4.
I liked 4. It was definitely, for my money, a little slower.
And like they added the sidestep mechanic. Was that in 3?
That was in 4. No.
They
I think
started
4.
in 4.
I think
Yeah.
4 also had like destructible environments.
Which was wicked. I love that phone booth level.
Yeah!
Where you just like kick people through phone booths. It was so great.
And 4 was like, again, a huge redesign, right? Paul came out with like longer hair. He wasn't like putting his hair up. Jin had a hoodie that slowly went down as you're fighting.
No, yeah, because Jin, that was the game where Jin changes his style, right?
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
he has the hoodie and stuff. Yeah,
He
yeah. It's just like,
abandons the old stuff.
I don't want to be associated with these guys. I'm no Mishima. Yeah.
Fun facts for our audience: Tekken has the longest continuously continuing video game story in all games. Like, it's a very tricky way to define it. Like, a game like Skyrim would be like, well, this is going on for hundreds of years. No, Tekken has the longest running continuity in games
Like among
of all video games.
of a series of games. Yeah.
Yeah, because like this is the same storyline that's been going around since Tekken 1. A lot of the characters, there's just so much lore to each of the characters. And I think the reason why you and I gravitate towards 3 and 5 is I think 3 marked a shift where the game got faster. 3 was definitely faster. 5 got even more faster. I should say that Tekken 7 is the highest selling Tekken ever.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's beaten out everything. I think the sales were at, again, correct me if I'm wrong, 7 million if I'm not mistaken. So it's the highest selling Tekken. It's been on Xbox, it's on PlayStation 4. My only concern with Tekken 7 was it came out right as the PS4 was coming out. So this is a game that could have technically ran on the PS3. It wasn't a true next-gen title.
Yeah.
And you'll see that when it loads. I remember we were at one of those in-store arcades when we played Tekken 7. And it loads a lot. And that's the only problem.
That's when you release like on the hardware, you don't really have you don't know the specs, obviously, because it's just been released, right? So you don't have an idea of how it works.
No
on demand.
optimization.
Yeah, there's no optimization.
So coming back to the hype of Tekken, I want you to tell me why, in as many words as you'd like, does this trailer hype you up? What is it?
I don't know, man. It's just like it's visually stunning. It still keeps the kind of classic Tekken aesthetic that you're used to, but it's just like when people hit, you can see like the color of certain people's hits, and like each people like special moves have special like hit effects and stuff. Like Jin's red electricity and Kazu's blue, right?
Yeah.
Which is a staple obviously since like 2 or 3, I think. And they've obviously like kept the stuff from like 4 and 5, like the destructible environments, and just obviously the great looking environments as well.
Right.
And it's just a visually stunning upgrade with all the like cinematics mid fights and stuff, but it still feels like, looking at the core gameplay, it still feels like true proper Tekken.
I tell you why it hypes me up. One, we already know any game with like fucking muscular characters and like crazy feats of strength. If this game doesn't motivate you to hit the gym, I'm sorry, nothing will. Nothing will. You're like,
because you can become Kazi one day if you hit the
yes,
gym.
you can. And you can become like Jin.
And if your father attempts to kill you multiple times,
Throw you.
and then you like run it down the family line, you attempt to kill your son multiple times, and then
let's go to the volcano, son. No.
I know what happened to you, Dad. I'm not going.
Well, one, it's like the characters are like, I think they take the same route as Street Fighter 6, where the characters are like they're not extremely realistic, they're hyper realistic. Like it's an exaggeration. Like they look real, but at the same time there's a hyper style to them. And the style that they're going with is, again, really clean models, clean lines, and just like clearly defined, chunky, muscular characters. I like that. I like that this trailer is done in a way as if it's an actual fight, like an in-game fight. You shouldn't be able to hear the announcer say "fight," but it
is
chills.
like it's needed, right? Like it adds that element. Yeah.
And the opening moves that Jin throws and Kazuya throws are exactly what most people would throw. Like that opening rush and then the kick. It's just like it's so perfect. And it's great to see. Like another thing that hypes me up, it's like the 8 isn't like an 8 just drawn. It's like 2 chains that break off and then mold it into an 8.
Yeah, it's like the chain, like unchaining of his double gene kind of thing.
Right.
And it's really cool. Yeah.
It's just that kind of stuff gets me crazy. And like there's fire, there's tornadoes, there's heavy rain, there's a tanker in the background that breaks. I'm amazed. This is the level of like, have you ever seen Killer Instinct?
Not extensively, no.
The 2013 Killer Instinct did one thing that was great, was like levels had like crazy stuff happening in the background, and the more aggressively you fought, the more crazy things would happen in the background. I think they've taken a page from that. I'm so certain, looking at this, that they looked at Killer Instinct and went, we want this. Because there are times where like the punches react to the waves. I could swear, like, it looks like it's just time. The more aggressive you go, the aggressive the weather gets. And there's another YouTuber, like, well, he's the best YouTuber on fighting games, Maximilian Dude. And what he was doing, he was like queuing up the Tekken trailer with music from other Tekken games. And they synced up. So I'm going to do the same. One of my favorite tracks is something called Kaze. What's it called? Kae no Mai, which is like the gates of hell from Tekken 5.
Oh yeah, that one's a great stage. Yeah.
Right? Does it match? I'll probably throw this in the video. Dude, it matches. Everything matches.
Dude, I loved my favorite Tekken track, and I'm so glad they added it in Smash, was the Moonlight Wilderness. That was great.
Oh my god. I bet we can match this up too.
Probably works. But like that was great, because I remember like the first time I heard that track, and the first time I played that level, I love the level associated with it as well. It looks great. Was I was doing Yoshimitsu's campaign for story in Tekken 5, and he meets Brian in the like moonlit flower fields, and he's just like, "You killed my whole ninja clan, Brian. I'm gonna wax you." And it's so great, like it's so epic, it's awesome. Yeah.
It's one of the greatest. Okay, so I'm gonna do a mashup. So after we're done talking, audience, please enjoy these two freshly cut trailers that we've assembled. One with Moonlight Wilderness synced up, and the other one with one of my favorite tracks. And for fun, I'm gonna throw in a third one. I think I'm gonna try and throw in I don't know, something crazy from Tekken 5. Yeah, this is a very short and sweet video. I hope you guys like it. I'm really hyped for Tekken 5, and Nat, if you don't have a PS5, what better reason?
Tekken 5 on PS8. Yeah, that's
yeah, that's it, man.
yeah.
It's